The Beatles before they were famous. Next week, the Guernsey's auction house is offering up hundreds of rare, never-before-seen prints of the Liverpool lads. They were taken by Astrid Kirchherr, who helped shape the Beatles' iconic style. And here to share 4 exclusive photos is Arlen Ettinger, co-founder of Guernsey's auction house. Good morning. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
456 lots. That's a lot of photographs. Where did they come from? What period of time are we looking at?
In 1960, when the Beatles were really unknown, they left Liverpool to go to Hamburg, Germany, where cool things were happening, and met immediately with this beautiful young photographer, Astrid Kirchherr. She struck up a love affair with the 5th Beatle, who sadly died a year later, Stuart Sutcliffe. But went on to really help dress them, mold their hair after her own style.
Yeah, she got in from the ground floor, so a lot of that early style we saw, the haircuts, the suits, that really was
her. It really was. And people know of her. It's the most iconic photography ever taken of them. She stayed with them through the years, and is a very.
I want a few of them. The dish hair is the first one we're gonna put up here. It looks like it was a studio shoot. Tell me the story behind this.
1963, taken by Astrid for a record album cover.
And then there was the candlestick session.
No, same time period, same reason for taking it.
At this point, where were they in their careers?
At this point, they started to become famous, as compared to many of her shots, which were really taken when they were simply a backup band appearing at dance clubs in Germany and in England.
Now, when these go up for auction here in a few days, some of these will come actually with the original negatives, true?
Right, the original negatives and the original copyrights, and in addition to this, there are hundreds of other Beatles-related materials, and frankly, things like Elvis Presley's first guitar and pictures of Janis Joplin and so on.
Next, we have the Beatles' Fab Four with Cynthia. Now, Cynthia is John Lennon's first wife. Do we see her though in the picture?
Not in this picture. This is a picture.
Odd title.
Yeah, well, this was Astrid's title, because if you went to the next shot, then there was Cynthia. But this was taken at the set of A Hard Day's Night in 1964.
It's a great shot. It's a great shot. Then finally, we've got the Beatles' Hugo Haas. In this image, the original 5 members of the group, correct?
Initially, the Beatles consisted of Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe, in addition to John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison. Pete Best was replaced by Ringo Starr a few months after this picture was taken, because the Beatles felt that, frankly, Ringo was a better drummer. And Stuart was the one who sadly passed away about a year later, brought into the crew not only for his bass guitar playing skills, but because he was viewed as the best looking of the bunch.
And something I didn't know, he was an artist, and part of this auction will include some of his work, right?
Yeah, Stuart was quite an accomplished artist, even though a very young man, and we have some of his original paintings being seen for the very first time.
What kind of market is out there for this kind of artwork, these kind of photos, and Beatles memorabilia in general?
Well, firstly, anybody in the auction world should advise people to buy what they love. These are memories of growing up, and they're joyful objects. The fact that in many cases some of these things increase in value significantly over the years is just sort of icing on the cake. But each person is motivated for different reasons. Sometimes corporate entities buy into these sales and then use this kind of material in decorating their offices or hotels or whatever. You can't predict who the buyers are going to be.